thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, welcome to you too. Please remember to hit the subscribe button down below and become a part of my sweet tea candy shop.
I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll give you lots of lollipops.
So as you can see by the title of this video, today's video is an all-one brand makeup tutorial, and I used the one and only SMASHBOX to create this lovely look I've got going on right here. So basically what happened was I've been playing around with the hashtag shapematters palette, which I received a few weeks ago, and I recreated this one look, and then SMASHBOX sent me another parcel and they sent me 4 foundations to try out and also use in my kit. So I'm super excited about this, and when I saw this I'm like, girl, you gotta recreate that video, redo it, and use this foundation. So what I did, I used 2 foundations today, which you'll see, and the other thing they also sent me was this Lightbox palette, which basically has everything you need to create one single look. So let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to do a whole makeup tutorial on this baby over here, but I'm just gonna put this one right here because today we are basically focusing on the shapematters palette. So what I love about this palette is the fact that you've got brow products over here. So you've got a wax over there, 2 different brow shades, bronzing and contouring shades, highlighting and shimmer highlighting shades, and then obviously 9 different eyeshadow colors, which are super wearable, but I wanted to do something super smoky and that sort of thing. So this is the focus and the start of the show in today's tutorial. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this tutorial so you can learn how to slay this makeup look. I'm going to start by using the primer water. This is really going to refresh my face, hydrate my skin, and really just create a nice canvas for my makeup to go onto. Then I'm going to use the photo finish primer to really smooth out any fine lines and pores before applying my foundation. Grabbing the Studio Skin foundation in the shade 2.1, I'm basically going to dot that all over my face. The reason I do this is that I feel like it just evenly distributes the product and makes it much easier to blend with your brush. When I'm done with that, I'm going to give my brush a spritz of the primer water to help me blend better, and then just start by really buffing in the foundation until I'm quite happy with the flawless finish that it has given me. This foundation gives you 15 hours of wear, and it's obviously a buildable foundation, so if you want more coverage you can just go in with a second thin layer and boom girl, you've got coverage for 15 hours. Plus it's hydrating, which is a huge plus in winter. Now I'm grabbing the shade 1.1, which is obviously lighter, and I'm going to use that just to highlight underneath my eyes. This is also going to add a little bit more coverage. So it's kind of like a natural way of doing highlighting instead of using a full coverage concealer. After setting everything with a loose powder, I'm going to grab my hashtag shapematters palette. Oh, I love this palette. You can do everything with it. And I'm basically going to mix the bronzing and contouring shade and just add some definition to my face using an angled brush by contouring underneath my cheekbones, my temple area, hairline, and underneath my jawline and the sides of my nose. Grabbing this matte highlighting shade, I'm going to add that over the areas where I basically applied the lighter foundation to highlight my face and bring out my eyes and just make your facial features stand out, you know, make you look pretty. I'm using this shade called Totally Nude, and this is actually an eyeshadow, but it works perfectly for blush because it's such a soft matte blush toned color. So I'm just basically applying that to my cheekbones. And then I'm going to follow with a shimmery highlighter shade and pop that right on top of the cheekbones and blush, which is really going to give you that healthy glow to the sun. Then I'm combing my eyebrow hairs up to prepare them for eyebrows. And I'm gonna pick up the brow shade in the kit and then just start by filling out my brows. I do have a lot of tutorials on brows. I will link all 3 of them up there. You'll see the link popping up, so you can check them out if you want to have like an in-depth brow tutorial and learn how to do them brows and get them up there, girl. To prep the eyes, I'm going to pick up the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer, and this guy you apply to your lid, wait about 60 seconds for it to dry, and then when you put on your eyeshadow, it's literally going to grab the pigmentation, blend like a dream, and make it last the whole night long. I'm going to pick up Totally Nude again and basically apply that to my crease area. This is going to be my transition shade, and everything else that I'm going to apply after it is just going to blend in nicely and really give you that nice smoky effect. I'm going to use the shade Vanilla to really highlight my brow bone. This is really up to you. You can obviously use Vanilla or Champagne, which has a little bit more of a shimmer in it, but I like to keep it matte when it comes to my brow bone. Using the same shade we use for our transition color, I'm basically going to apply that to my lower lash line using a pencil brush and dragging it down a little bit more than what I usually would. Now I'm going to grab this shimmery shadow called Champagne, and that's going to go right into my tear duct area to really brighten up my eyes and create a little bit of lightness, because I am going dark towards the end. So this is just a nice gradient effect that it's going to give the eyeshadow look. Using the color called Sumatra, which is basically a very neutral brown, I'm going to add a little bit of that to my crease area using a much smaller blending brush, because I really want to focus on keeping it in the crease and not blending it all over. Picking up the color called Stripped, which is like a matte nude shade, I'm basically going to pat that onto my eyelid area using a flat shader brush. I'm going to pick up that same color called Sumatra and just basically add that to the outer part of my lower lash line to make it a little bit darker than what it currently is. You can see that I'm dragging the pencil brush out, almost creating like a little bit of a wing, but I won't be doing a wing. So this is going to give me some sort of guideline as to where I want to smoke out my eyeshadow. Now the fun starts with a darker shade called Aubergine, and I'm basically going to take my pencil brush and start slightly adding that to the outer V area onto the lid more or less, and then use the pencil brush to kind of blend the shadow on the lid and the purple together. You can obviously add more purple as you go along, but using this technique and slightly just adding a little bit is going to prevent it from looking patchy or blotchy and kind of just help you blend as you add more eyeshadow. Just pick up our blending brush and kindly blend the crease just to make sure that everything's nice and smoked out. Then I go back in again with some more of the purple shade, just adding more and blending more and adding more and blending more until I'm pretty happy with the look I have achieved. I'm going to take that same shade and apply it to the lower lash line, once again just focusing on the outer part because we do want that gradient from light going darker. If at any point you feel like you've blended too much of your lid shade away, you can honestly just go back in and add more just to kind of touch up, but obviously make sure that you blend the 2 shades together again like I'm doing here. So now I'm grabbing Blackout, which is obviously your black shadow, and with my pencil brush I'm going to focus on really concentrating that color quite close to the outer part of the top lash line to add more darkness and gradients. And I'm also going to grab that color and basically create that nice V shape that you already have going on your eye, just to intensify the darkness of this look. Using the same shade, I'm just going to tightline my lower lash line, once again just staying on the outer part of the lash line, just to really add some definition to the eye and make the eye stand out. Grabbing my always on gel liner, I'm basically going to apply that to my waterline at the bottom and top. I was actually looking for my black one, which is called Fishnet, but I couldn't find it, so I ended up going with this grey one instead. After applying your favorite coat of mascara, I am basically going to grab the greatest liquid lipstick ever made. This is the Always On in Stepping Out, and what I love about it is that it's so moisturizing. It's got all these oil properties to moisturize your lips, as where other liquid lipsticks kind of dried out. This one is quite flexible and does not come off. And there you have it. This is the final result of the Smashbox makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up down below if you did, girl. And then obviously leave me comments telling me what you want to see. Just send me some love. Comment little hearts if you made it all the way to this side of the video. Thank you for sticking through with me, girl. Love you guys to bits. And then I'll probably see you in my next video. But until then, you must stay sweet. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. So once we are done, we definitely don't want to leave it like this, and we're basically going to dress it out with some Moroccan oil. So I'm putting about 2 to 3 pumps within my hands and then just warming up the oil before